Finally, after long waiting, we are doing some more Croc stuff. And check out this interesting here. We have some prototype unused stuff. So, did you ever test that yourself?
No, I haven't actually. This is my first time seeing any of the prototype content in Croc.
Oh, then
So
this
yeah, I'm
is...
very interested in where this is going to, well, go, you know.
Well, there is not much going to be seen, and it's more gonna be just exploring different, entering different levels and stuff, but the thing is here, so in the first level, as you can see, you are pretty much in a sandbox with one gobo to collect, one enemy, some lava. You can jump here on top, look around, but there is nothing really much to do because the PS1 prototype stuff is way more interesting in my opinion, but I will cover that in some other video. This is just for PC, like Let's Play. For PlayStation stuff, I'm probably gonna do after PlayStation, like walkthrough or something. I'll see, I still don't know.
Yeah, it's a shame that we can't actually use the PlayStation prototype stuff, you know, in the PC version.
Oh, that is unfortunate, but the reason why is because one of the earliest prototypes looks completely different. Like, he has a lot of different, like, in-game animations, even the controls, the gobos sound different. It's just different overall. But it's very interesting actually, and I'm so glad it's publicly available for playing, because usually such prototypes are not. For example, another game made by Organaut, Malice. It was released for PlayStation 2 and Xbox, but PlayStation 1 prototype exists, but it's not online.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It actually had pretty good graphics, if I remember correctly. I mean, for the PS1.
Oh yes, it definitely did, but you can actually tell that it was made by the same people who made Croc. The gameplay is very similar, but I would say even improved because it's a later game. Anyways, this is like underwater section, I see, and there is not much here to do, I guess, because just swimming around some enemies. But let's try seeing if we can go maybe up or somewhere, but just first gonna check the corners fully here. Yeah, nothing here it seems, so yeah, let's go up. Look at this. Ooh, looks like something is up. What do you think could be? Ah, dead end.
Not even a proper ceiling, yeah.
It was so funny because for a second there was like full dark, and then you could see again the walls, so it made me think something interesting is gonna be there, but no. And funny thing, you can just keep going up like this, and
then you die?
No, you just disappear, and then you appear again, and you can just go, swim more, swim faster, and do like fast, but no matter how much you do, there's nothing gonna be there, so let's move on. This should be the first boss, and as we can see, here is Dante doing his magic. Funny how these cutscenes no longer lag once you do the prototype, once you edit the files to access prototype, oh, that's actually a dead end. And you die, like, you can't go in the other section, but remember how if you play the Croc, like, the regular levels, the cutscenes where Dante does magic and creates bosses, on newer computers it doesn't work, but somehow when the files are edited so you access prototype content inside, then the cutscenes play good even in the modern PC, so that is something I find very weird.
It might be because it has to load less for the prototype stuff, and maybe it's just loading during the cutscene. So when it loads the boss, the cutscene lags, or I don't know, but that's the only thing I can think of why it would work better with the prototype levels.
By the way, that's actually a very good explanation. That's probably why it happens. But I don't know if you noticed, but this is actually a main menu. This is actually the area used in main menu. This gobbo in the cage in the middle, while the fire is jumping, and that's like when you are in the main menu, when you have start game, options and stuff. Do you recognize this?
Yeah, it's weird that it's like its own level, but I mean, I guess it would be, since they have to show it in the menu, but yeah, it's weird that it can be accessed like this.
A lot of stuff can be accessed, but this is still just the beginning. Later on, trust me, we're gonna get even better stuff. So now it's more like a basic stuff.
It would be nice if we could access these map screens as levels.
Oh, I think you just predicted the future.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty much what we're gonna do. So as you can see, another swimming stuff, nothing to see up there. Cave Fear. Oh, there's this weird monkey enemy, which I don't think I ever seen before. Like, I don't remember any monkey enemy being in the actual levels that we know.
Yeah, same. Also, nice level design.
Yeah, very creative. They must have took a long time designing this.
Yeah.
There's gonna be something interesting on one part which we're gonna explore later. It's gonna be like a similar level, but there's gonna be even something more weird instead of monkey. I'm just checking to see if the monkey is gonna reappear again, and no. So it seems that the only enemy that doesn't appear is this monkey, while all the Dantinis reappear again. And here is another one, and look at this. Look at this fish. Look at this fish here.
Huh.
And funny thing, if you go, you can actually trigger something here in this fish, I think. I'm just going to remember how to do it. There is actually a way to access something else here, I'm pretty sure. Or wait, is that...
The fish looks pretty unfinished, all things considered. Like, there's that gap.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I accessed. If you jump there, you're actually going to enter a level. A level which seems to be... Now, I know it's gonna seem funny, but considering like how Croc levels can be similar, I'm not sure if I'm playing actually right now the level that is like from the final version, or is it some similar level which is just using the same team as the third island, or is it the actual level? I really can't remember like by heart if this is something I already, because you see this area, this is pretty much a few levels have these jumping segments, this night. Do you remember exactly this layout?
No, I don't remember this layout or the cave section either. So I think that might have been like a situation, like a place in the Ocarina of Time, where you enter Jabu Jabu's belly and then you are inside. Maybe the idea was that you would enter a fish and you would go to that cave. Maybe they just used the existing textures to present it, but maybe it would have had like flash colored textures or something. That's all I can think of, because I don't remember that specific stage that was playing after you entered the fish.
Me neither. Like I remember these parts, but I know there are a couple of stages which have this in. I know, for example, this dark area. I remember exactly playing something like this, but is it similar? Like, are the positions of the platforms the same? I can't confirm it right now because,
yeah,
like I don't remember. Like the thing with Croc levels is that there are too many of them which are like similar in design, so you can never be sure. Like for some games, like Sonic, for example, you can know if it's the exact same level or not, because I don't know, for Sonic it's much more typical to remember the platforms even if it's the same zone. But for Croc,
Yeah.
I guess not too much, because it's 3D. And the second boss. Okay, I give you one time to guess what's gonna happen after the cutscene. Can you try to guess?
Probably not a boss fight.
You think it will be like a boss fight or just
No, just a regular stage.
but let's see were you right about it. And no, you weren't right.
Oh, so this is the map actually. Huh.
Yeah, you can play around in the map. Like you can just here on the top there should be a boss, so I was just smashing it a bit. The unfortunate thing is if you go in this water, you die. And the background looks pretty unfinished. Like you can see if you position the camera that there is like another empty section after the top of the background, and it just changes weird.
Yeah, it's probably because this was never supposed to be a stage, and we are just accessing the map file.
Yeah.
And it can't render it like properly, I guess. Oh wait, no, it does it now.
Now it does. So, a couple of these entrances are gonna be the map. Okay, here now. You can see a tiny Croc here. On the first two maps, like when you entered, you couldn't see a tiny Croc. But do you see a tiny Croc here?
Yeah.
And when I tailspin, the little Croc also does a tailspin and does the same animations like I'm doing. I find this very nice.
It's probably controlled by the same, like, the Croc you see on the map screen is probably still the player character, so when you access the map file with an actual player character, the movement is going to be mapped at both. That's actually kind of interesting, seeing it like this. But I don't know why it wasn't present on the other two, like the previous map.
No.
Since we didn't see Croc there.
Yeah, there was no Croc there. Oh, he's now again on the snow island. We can see him.
It's interesting that the map actually has like a real collision. Like you can slide off from the mountain.
Yeah, really.
And stuff like that. That probably shouldn't be a thing, because if there's no use for a collision on a specific 3D model, then they usually don't add any collision. But here, like, there's a full collision on every part of the map, which is, I don't know, I just find that interesting.
Same, because the map was obviously never meant to be explored, so the reason why they even made collision and not like just... what I expected when I saw this was that Croc cannot even stand on the map and then he would just fall through. But
yeah, exactly. Though they didn't go all out, because as you can see, the lava and the water didn't affect Croc at all. But yeah, that's still... the map actually has collision, so that's still weird.
Yeah. I don't know what were they doing there. And this should be another boss battle, so I can't really remember anymore, so let's see what will happen. Will I go again exploring? It kinda gets disappointing at one point because it's just gonna be island exploration, but trust me, the best will be later. Something that I'm really like sad they didn't include in the final game. And there is also a little Croc up there, but I'm trying to see if I can climb this, you see?
Yeah.
I think it's possible. You just need to be very skilled and make sure you don't slide off. And it's very hard to go inside. Then oh yes.
Oh, there we go.
I did it. There is little Croc and the balloon. So
you know what would be interesting to see if there was like a side-scrolling level that was never like finished or something similar, because you see the life icon of Croc is clearly made like something out of a Super NES or similar side-scrolling title. And I don't know, it would be just nice to have something like that. Like this area, just from, you know, a side-scrolling point of view.
Oh, that would be really, really great. I think the sprite looks well. To be honest, like the creator of Croc, he helped in Star Fox development on Super Nintendo because his technology is the reason why Star Fox could be made on Super Nintendo, like the 3D polygon graphics. And without the help of Croc creator Jazz San, it would be impossible because the cartridge included like some special chip which allowed...
Ah, yeah, the Super FX chip, yeah.
And it's all thanks to Croc.
That's actually the reason we never saw Star Fox or Yoshi's Island released on Virtual Console until right now, since we are seeing them on the Super Nintendo Mini. It's because they had some beef, Nintendo and Argra Software, and basically they just couldn't re-release the games that use their technology.
Yeah.
Until now, I guess, which is pretty fantastic because we are getting like Star Fox 2 as well.
Oh yeah, finally. I was actually thinking Nintendo might never release it, but I guess they did.
Yeah, this is the second time they have released a finished but unreleased game since we actually saw the release of Earthbound, like the original NES game, on Wii U, which was interesting. And I was hoping that we had see some other unfinished or unreleased titles, and well, we got it finally.
And that is good. Like, I know the ROM has been online for some time, but it's nice to see something officially released, like by company
It's not even finished. The leaked ROM file that has been around for ages, that's supposedly around 75% complete. So there are probably more levels or like cutscenes or something in the final ROM. Well, we should see them soon enough, since the console is getting released.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome. By the way, do you think if it would be somehow possible to extract the ROM from a mini Super Nintendo and put it online? Like, could that be done? Like reverse engineering?
Obviously. The NES Mini got hacked in what, a couple of days or weeks, and we could already extract and add games to the console. Like right now, I think it can accept hundreds of games. So the SNES Mini is probably going to use the same hardware since it's like just emulation or very similar hardware. I think we are going to see the final Star Fox ROM file uploaded pretty soon.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's also great because Nintendo's emulators aren't that good. Like, they are not perfect, but there is actually a perfect Super Nintendo emulator, SNES or Higan, as it's called right now. Since it's cycle accurate, well, not perfect, but it's better than what Nintendo made. So we will be able to play it better than what, you know, Nintendo is allowing us to.
Yeah, we can do almost close as authentical experience.
Yeah, and we could, you know, also map it to like flashcards or something and play it on the real hardware.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
which is also
the best.
great.
Let's see what's gonna be now with this boss. Are we gonna go on another island, or is it gonna be some actual level? Oh, it's actually funny. It's like supposed to be a boss stage, but no. Instead, like a snow level. But no, we are not in snow. We are in the third island somehow, even though the boss was snow. I don't know about this area, but it's very hard making those jumps because you slide right off them, and I just want to see if something is on the left side.
I don't think we are seeing that anytime soon with these platforms.
Yeah, like no matter how you see, I'm really trying my best to jump, but it just doesn't seem to work, so I give up. Oh god, I entered this again. No thanks. Oh, the ghost. Oh, ooh, I don't know
Huh.
if I seen this bonus before. Like, I know that this ghost is chasing like for the key for the Gobbo. If you unlock, if you get all the colored gems, and then you can pretty much like chase with the ghost for the key. But here, you can just go this way, and here is the key, and you can rescue Gobbo, and the ghost doesn't have anything to do. Like he can just eat the like gems, but
I actually don't remember them like getting the gems in the final game. Did that ever happen? Because
um,
I don't know. I don't remember them like collecting gems like this.
I don't think there were like that's maybe because I was always ahead of a ghost, but I don't know. I think they do, but okay, this is the real deal. Look at this level. You seeing
Huh.
this? Oh, no, no, no.
This seems
You
pretty unfinished. Like there are no textures or.
This is a
Oh.
snowboarding, like surfing level, like similar to how Sonic was doing.
Yeah, a lot of these old platformer style games had these sliding slash snowboarding stages. Like Super Mario 64 had one, Sonic Adventure had one. Uh, even the Harry Potter games on PC had stages like these for
Yes,
absolutely no reason.
yes, I don't know why they included it, but I find it very kind of sad that they didn't include, because this was supposed to be like more snow levels, and you can even see at some points Eskimo houses, and like it just looks. I would like to see this finished, but these like polygons, they're really unfinished, and like the trees and everything, it just it just not even close being finished.
Yeah, but it's surprising that the stage actually works. All
Yeah,
things considered, like you can actually slide down.
the fact that this was like, remember, all this was included in the final game. This is nothing I downloaded from internet. Oh, look at this now. He's trying to slide, but he fell off the stage, and now he's just like here.
Yeah.
So remember, all this is, I didn't download any of these files. All these files are on disk, and they are installed. The only thing I downloaded is edited file, which edits how the game reads stuff. And instead of reading the actual cracked levels, it loads the prototype data, which was left on the disk, but the game was just not told to boot these sort of levels. So all the prototype stuff was mapped to like actual levels. So when you enter on the map, instead of loading the actual levels, it loads the prototype. And I find it really impressive how they left all this in a final retail packaged game.
Yeah. They never really do this kind of stuff actually in other games. Like prototype stuff is usually like hidden away or like in separate files, and you actually have to hack them in place of other levels to load them, not just have them at the same place.
Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty uncommon way of accessing prototype stuff. Makes me wonder if Croc 2 has prototype stuff. I don't know yet. I didn't confirm. Like I didn't check with some sources if it does. But I'm definitely going to check if Croc 2 has the prototype stuff as well. But somehow, for some reason, I don't think so. By the way, you saw this green sign before?
No, I haven't.
Well, okay, it's gonna repeat. Don't worry. Okay, now see this green sign.
Yeah,
The greens.
it's weird. Like there's nothing like that in the actual game.
No, not at all. But the green side, what I think, in the final version, there should have been written, should you go left or right on this sign. Like, see, it's warning you
Yeah,
something,
probably.
but because the level is unfinished, it just stops after that. And like, okay, so see, this sign should say left or right, and but of course the letters are not written, and I entered the wrong way because
Yeah.
apparently, oh, I noticed, if the green stuff, the dark green, if it's on the right side, that means you're supposed to go on the right side. So, oh, I think so at least.
So now you should go right.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I should go right. Yeah, that was the correct way. Asking a house, some
And
fortress.
isn't that the goal area?
I
Yeah.
don't know, but wait, that flag, was that just a Polish flag that I seen? Like it has white and red. Just it looked like a Polish flag. Or wait, is Polish flag red and white? I'm not sure which color goes first, cause the flags of Poland, Indonesia, and Austria, they're all really similar. Do you know maybe if the Polish flag is the first white or red?
It's like white on the top and red on the bottom.
Oh, then wait, how was it here? Damn, my. Okay, white on the top, red on the bottom. Yes, it's like Polish flag.
Yeah. There are some variants that have like a bird on the top with a crown, but most of it is just like the actual colors.
Yeah, but it's funny that they included like the Polish flag colors here together, because Croc actually has a very good Polish fan base. Like Croc is very popular in Poland, and that's actually why I find this interesting that they included like a Polish shape, Polish colored, Polish flag colored arrows and stuff.
There are a lot of these sliding levels, by the way, like way too many of them.
Yeah.
For something that was never actually, made inside the game, like there are no sliding stages at all in Croc, if I remember correctly.
No, there is no. And this is now the funny thing. If you wanna enter Life's a Beach, the game is just gonna crash. And if you try to enter any level after Life's a Beach, the game is gonna crash still. So I guess this is all for the prototype content, and it's funny that on the level called Life's a Beach, they decide to not let you play anymore. Like, don't you find that ironic? Like, the level is called Life's a Beach, and you can't play it.
I wonder if the stage is like, I mentioned how the prototype contents are usually, replaced with real levels, and that's how we access them in most games. Like, if we could do the same exact thing here. Like, put Life's a Beach on, the first level, and see if maybe it loads. But, yeah, there's already plenty of content here that we checked right now, so...
It was pretty interesting checking this content, and I hope you all guys enjoyed in the video, and see you soon for some more Let's Play. I'm currently doing, I'm gonna start uploading Sonic Mania Let's Play soon, and hope you all enjoy it.